In a cinematic universe completely dominated by walking nuclear tanks, colossal apes swinging earth-shattering axes, and demonic alien dragons bringing apocalyptic storms, it is incredibly easy to underestimate a creature that takes the delicate form of a giant moth. Audiences might instinctively assume she is far too fragile, far too physically weak to survive, let alone thrive, in the brutal, hyper-violent world of the Alpha Titans. But whatever you do, do not let that brilliant, blinding light and those breathtakingly beautiful wings deceive you. It is absolutely no coincidence that, for countless millennia, this magnificent entity has been worshipped by ancient human civilizations as a literal goddess, and as the only creature actively recognized by Godzilla himself with the undisputed, exclusive title, the Queen of the Monsters. She carries within her the devastating power of divine bioluminescent light, the unparalleled telepathic ability to manipulate the minds of other titans, and an immortal cycle of reincarnation that completely defies all known biological laws. Welcome back to the Sci-Fi Nexus. Today, we are opening the ancient archives to completely decode the ultimate power profile of Mothra within the cinematic Monsterverse. Just how incredibly lethal are the hidden biological weapons concealed beneath all that radiant beauty and blinding, ethereal light? Let's dive in and find out. To truly understand Mothra's place in the Titan hierarchy, we must first look past the modern science of Monarch and delve deeply into the ancient, mythological records discovered within the hidden temple of the moth. According to these sacred texts and glowing, ancient carvings, Mothra is fundamentally different from every other giant monster walking the earth. She is not merely a colossal, prehistoric beast driven by primal animalistic instinct or a desire for territorial dominance. Instead, she operates as a deeply spiritual, sentient biological defense system for the planet itself. She is the literal, glowing manifestation of Earth's radiant life force, a benevolent guardian who was worshipped by early humanity as an angelic deity who brought life, balance, and protection rather than mindless destruction. However, what truly elevates the Queen of the Monsters above even the most resilient, heavily armored Alpha Titans is her absolute, undeniable mastery over death itself. While creatures like Godzilla rely on extreme physical durability and atomic cellular regeneration to survive brutal conflicts, Mothra possesses a completely unique, awe-inspiring biological mechanism, an eternal cycle of continuous reincarnation. Whenever her physical imago, her beautiful, fully matured, winged adult form, makes the ultimate sacrifice and is physically destroyed in battle, her story does not end there. Before, or at the exact moment of her physical death, her entire consciousness, her profound wisdom, and all of her accumulated memories are flawlessly and miraculously transferred into a dormant egg, hidden safely somewhere on Earth. This incredible genetic failsafe means that Mothra never actually dies. Every single time she hatches from a newly discovered egg, she is not a fragile newborn creature learning about the world for the first time. She is the exact same ancient queen returning to reclaim her throne. She fully retains all of the tactical combat experience, all of the deeply forged ancestral alliances, and all the millennia of accumulated knowledge from her countless previous lives. When an enemy faces Mothra in combat, they are not fighting a single, mortal insect. They are engaging a highly intelligent, immortal consciousness that has fought, died, and resurrected countless times over millions of years, making her without a doubt one of the most tactically brilliant and spiritually unbroken warriors in the entire Monsterverse. Beyond her physical immortality, Mothra wields the very power of light itself. Her massive, beautifully patterned wings are not just meant for breathtaking flight, they are biologically engineered to project blinding, radiant bioluminescence, officially known as God rays. This divine energy is an incredibly versatile and potent tool in the chaotic heat of battle. It can be weaponized instantaneously as a colossal, blinding flashbang, emitting a harsh, scorching light that temporarily strips her enemies of their vision and violently disorients them, a brilliant tactical maneuver she flawlessly executed to stun both Godzilla and the volcanic fire demon Rodan. But the sheer magnitude of these God rays extends far beyond simple, short-term combat tactics. The golden light she emits is so overwhelmingly powerful that it can physically pierce through the thickest, most impenetrable atmospheric anomalies, literally parting apocalyptic storm clouds and instantaneously shifting the regional weather patterns. Wherever the queen of the monsters arrives, she literally brings the dawn, effortlessly shattering the unnatural darkness brought upon the world by malevolent, extinction-level forces. Yet, her most profound and perhaps most vital capability lies in her unparalleled psychic and telepathic resonance. Mothra is not just a fierce aerial combatant. She is the supreme diplomat, the psychic mediator, and the emotional anchor of the entire Monsterverse. Through highly advanced, harmonic sonic frequencies and a deeply empathetic, telepathic connection, she possesses the completely unique ability to communicate across species and bridge the impossible gap between ancient, god-like titans and humanity. This was beautifully and powerfully demonstrated during the events of Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire, where she established a profound, spiritual link with the young IWI girl, Jaw, while also seamlessly coordinating a unified front with the notoriously stubborn king of the monsters himself. Mothra holds the miraculous, unseen power to directly intervene in the minds of other alpha predators. Her soothing, telepathic vocalizations can instantaneously quell the blinding, destructive rage of the most aggressive and volatile titans, calming their primal fury and actively turning bitter, world-ending rivalries into necessary, planet-saving alliances. She proves that she doesn't always need to shed blood to win a war. Sometimes, her ability to heal the mind, soothe the savage beast, and command absolute respect through pure, radiant empathy is the single most powerful weapon on Earth. While Mothra's divine light and profound telepathic abilities perfectly highlight her role as a benevolent peacemaker, making the mistake of believing she is completely defenseless in a brutal physical brawl is a fatal error. Beneath her radiant, angelic exterior lies a terrifying arsenal of highly evolved, biological weaponry designed for absolute lethal efficiency. From the very moment she hatches as a massive, heavily armored larva to her glorious ascension as a fully winged imago, Mothra possesses the incredible ability to aggressively weaponize incredibly dense, biotensile silk. This is not just ordinary, fragile webbing. It is a rapid-firing, hyper-adhesive polymer stream that hardens almost instantaneously upon impact, acting like living concrete. The sheer macroscopic durability and terrifying tensile strength of this silk are absolutely mind-boggling. During the apocalyptic final clash in the ruined city of Boston, Mothra brilliantly utilized this exact weapon to immediately neutralize King Ghidorah's massive size and mobility advantage. With a few rapid, calculated, precision blasts, she managed to completely pin two of the three-headed demon's massive, thrashing heads directly against the reinforced concrete of a towering skyscraper. To possess a biological adhesive strong enough to successfully restrain, even temporarily, the most physically dominant, hyper-aggressive extraterrestrial alpha titan in the known universe is a staggering testament to her absolute battlefield control. However, her absolute deadliest physical weapon is kept entirely hidden until the very last, desperate moment. Concealed deep beneath her glowing, beautifully patterned abdomen is a massive, razor-sharp, heavily armored stinger. This is the Queen's ultimate, close-quarters assassination tool, designed not just for desperate defense, but for an absolute, one-hit execution. The terrifying lethality of this concealed weapon was brutally showcased during her vicious, desperate mid-air dogfight with the volcanic fire demon, Rodan. After being brutally pinned down, heavily burned, and seemingly completely cornered by the fiery pterosaur's overwhelming aggression, Mothra unleashed her hidden trump card. In a blinding flash of tactical brilliance and survival instinct, she violently thrust her stinger straight up, effortlessly piercing right through Rodan's seemingly impenetrable, hyperdense magma rock armor. The brutal strike didn't just inflict massive physical trauma, it pumped a highly concentrated, incapacitating neurotoxin directly into Rodan's bloodstream, instantly paralyzing the massive volcanic beast and completely removing him from the battlefield. This lightning-fast, brutally efficient counterattack flawlessly proves that when backed into a corner, the radiant queen of the Monsters can instantly transform into a cold-blooded, apex assassin capable of dismantling the most heavily armored adversaries with a single, lethal strike. When the battlefield transitions to the skies, Mothra's combat approach completely diverges from the raw, explosive brutality of her fellow airborne titans. While a creature like Rodan relies on thunderous shockwaves and sheer, volcanic brute force to physically dominate his enemies in midair, Mothra's physical anatomy is an absolute masterpiece of natural aerodynamics. She does not violently tear through the sky, instead, she effortlessly glides with a mesmerizing, almost terrifying grace. Her massive, incredibly lightweight wings allow her to execute razor-sharp, highly unpredictable, evasive maneuvers, seamlessly weaving through the chaotic airspace to effortlessly dodge devastating, area-of-effect elemental attacks and lethal projectile fire. But what truly makes her an absolute nightmare to engage in a massive, chaotic team fight is her unparalleled, genius-level tactical intelligence. Mothra never fights purely on primal, animalistic instinct, and she completely avoids engaging in a mindless, head-on collision of raw physical strength. She fights with her head. In a massive, multi-titan brawl, she is an absolute master of stealth and flanking maneuvers. She constantly circles the turbulent periphery of the battlefield, patiently waiting for the exact perfect moment to strike. By brilliantly exploiting the fact that massive, arrogant adversaries like King Ghidorah are almost entirely focused on physically overpowering Godzilla, she flawlessly utilizes their blind spots to launch devastating, unblockable sneak attacks from the clouds. Whether she is silently swooping down to unleash a blinding god ray, firing precision silk strikes to instantly immobilize a thrashing enemy, or diving in for a critical, flanking blow, Mothra orchestrates the chaos of war to her absolute advantage. She is the ultimate, flawless tactical support unit, a brilliant aerial assassin who proves that raw intellect, unmatched agility, and perfect battlefield positioning can absolutely dismantle a superior physical opponent. However, Mothra's radiant physical form is ultimately bound by a tragic and severe biological limitation. Despite her incredible tactical brilliance and highly lethal physical weaponry, her lightweight, aerodynamic exoskeleton is extremely vulnerable when directly exposed to concentrated, high-yield elemental energy attacks. When she was tragically forced to courageously intercept the apocalyptic, extraterrestrial firepower of King Ghidorah's golden gravity beams, her delicate physical structure simply could not endure the raw, overwhelming devastation, resulting in her physical body being instantaneously vaporized in a blinding flash of golden light. Yet, even in the very moment of her ultimate physical destruction, Mothra proves that her entire existence is deeply tied to a profound, ancient, symbiotic relationship with the king of the monsters. Her physical death is never a true defeat. It is the ultimate, calculated biological sacrifice. As her body tragically disintegrates, her glowing, radiant scales cascade down upon the battlefield like golden snow, seamlessly transferring her entire divine life force directly into Godzilla's supercharged biological reactor. This miraculous, selfless act of final energy transference instantly stabilized his critical, impending nuclear meltdown and violently catalyzed his terrifying, temporary evolution into the apocalyptic, completely unstoppable state known as Burning Godzilla, ultimately ensuring the absolute annihilation of their mutual enemy and securing the survival of the Earth. In conclusion, Mothra stands as the perfect embodiment of divine beauty seamlessly blended with lethal power. She doesn't need an impenetrable armored shell or earth-shattering muscle mass to rightfully claim her throne as queen. Through her vastly superior tactical intellect, flawless battlefield control, highly versatile biological weaponry, and absolute immortality through endless cycles of reincarnation, Mothra forever remains the beating heart and spiritual soul of the entire Titan ecosystem. So, what do you guys think? If forced into a brutal, one-on-one deathmatch against heavy, aggressive flying titans like Rodan or even the Bat God Camazotz without any backup from Godzilla, could Mothra secure a dominant, solo victory? And how would you rate the Queen's breathtaking and triumphant return in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire? Be sure to drop all your theories and combat analysis down in the comments section below. Don't forget to absolutely smash that like button and hit subscribe to the Sci-Fi Nexus so you never miss out on any of our upcoming monster profiles. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.